It doesn't matter that someone's left. It doesn't mean the company's not a good company to work for. Often people leave companies for various reasons. Perhaps they want to change their course in their career, work on different projects, work for a different mentor, and develop their skills in various directions. So it is useful to know if it's a resignation, just because obviously there's a previous person in the position who had strengths and weaknesses. So it can just indicate what they would be expecting from you. If it's a newly created role, why is the role available? Is it perhaps they've landed a number of clients or projects? Also, where do they see this developing? Because just because it's a newly created role, it doesn't necessarily mean that the company is stable. It could be that they are stable, or it could mean that they're still growing further. And at the end of the day, how many projects have they got? Because if it's only one client and then they lose the client, then that could be a problem. So I would just find out either if it's a newly created position or someone's left, to find out if there's a very strong and solid job description and expectations they have. That's the one indicator it can give you. I think this is a very pertinent question because you know your own abilities and what skills you have. So it'll give you a good idea of, are you going to be able to perform in the job, because they would tell you what actually they're expecting. And then also it can give you a good indicator of what skills you still need to further develop. It depends, are you joining a corporate, or you're joining a medium-sized company or a very small company? Because each company has very different structures. So obviously in a big corporate, it could be quite a hierarchical structure. There could be a number of people above you, and then you need to, and would you have a team below you? And also how many resources you have. Meanwhile, if you're working maybe at a startup company or newly formed company, you may not have as many resources to rely on. So that means you kind of have to maybe be the tea lady, filer, and be very involved in the operations. And it doesn't necessarily mean one shoe fits all. You need to know what you're getting into, because some people want to be part of a corporate and others want to work for a smaller organization that's quite hands-on. So I think understanding that can really help you in getting a good picture for yourself on what kind of company and kind of environment you're joining. I would ask that question because I always feel that transparency is always good in an interview. I've had so many clients that have given me feedback where a candidate's not necessarily got 100% of all the skills, but what they've really liked is the person's just been, this is what I'm good at, these are the areas that I really want to grow in, and perhaps I still need to further develop. And then the manager or the person hiring knows exactly the expectation of the person, and it's a lot easier to manage that person. When they come in, you go, great, they can run with these areas. This is the couple of areas that I need to give them guidance on and develop. And it also is a really good idea for a hiring manager, because that can be part of their retention strategy, to develop the person in those areas which they may not necessarily have the skills or be at the strongest point in their career at.